there are a few useful classic cuts when it comes to root vegetables. You either need different size sticks or cubes, and again, we are talking about even pieces. Even pieces means same time cooking. But all root vegetables have irregular or round shapes. How do we cut perfect rectangles of round vegetables? First off, you need to make a block out of your carrot. For that reason, you start shaping it into a rectangle. Don't mind whatever you might lose out of it, because you can use it in different dishes. All you need is square angles. And that's it. You have a block. Next step, you try to cut 5 millimeters thick rectangles off your block. That means half a centimeter. After that, for even thickness sticks, you'll just cut your rectangles into even slices. And here you are, fairly even sticks that you can cut at your desired length depending on your dish. 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters by almost 5 centimeters, you will find under the name of bâton if you stick to French classic cuisine. Once you get your sticks, you can move to cubes. Macédoine is 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. There you go. We started with the thicker cuts, and you should start with them because it's good practicing. But now we move on to finer cuts. That's julienne and brunoise. Therefore, we're going for up to 3 millimeters thick rectangles. Fairly even, but you'll get better the more you practice. Up to 3 millimeters thick rectangles will be easily transformed into long, thin stripes, and that stands for julienne. Again, up to 3 millimeters, thin, even stripes or sticks, however you want to call them. If you're a beginner, don't try to cut all of them at once. Just take one at a time and go for it. Try to set your hands on a certain even thickness. With the thin stripes, you can move on to finely cut cubes. Transform your julienne into brunoise, which is 3 millimeters by 3 millimeters cubes. Just don't take too many stripes at a time, so that you can manage them easily. And again, try to cut even cubes. Well, don't get angry if they're not even from the beginning. The more you practice, the better they will be. These 4 classic cuts definitely have to do with the final presentation of the dish. When we make stocks or sauces, the most commonly used cut for vegetables is pretty rough. But again, it depends on the time of the cooking. The shorter the time, the smaller the pieces, so that they have enough time to cook. For this instance, the name of the cut is mirepoix. Mirepoix means fairly even pieces, not that small, not that even, but cut with care and a bit of interest. When we cut vegetables for sauces and stocks, we call the cut mirepoix. That means pretty rough pieces, but fairly even. It's easier because you need as many sides to release the flavor into your broth or stock. different texture vegetables have to cook at the same time. We got a basic mix for a vegetable stock. We got carrots, leeks, some celery sticks and some onion. You don't have to be very careful about the size of the pieces you gather for a stock. French classic standards contain a few more cuts, but you should stick to these in the beginning. We'll probably talk about them more in our future lessons.